for a power of the Kim Dynasty. You don't yet know how terrible the Kim Dynasty's true power is, either always smiling or crying or clapping when meeting the leader. So what did the Kim family do to gain the absolute trust of the people? And what is their influence, or what is unique in this country that other countries do not have? All are waiting for you to explore the video, The Power of the Kim Dynasty of Top 10 Mysteries today. One, the generation of the Kim family leads North Korea. Since 1948, 3 generations of the Kim family have ruled North Korea with absolute power. For more than 7 decades, all the governing apparatus in power has been led by the Kim family. The late leader Kim Il-sung was the founder of the country, came to power from 1948 until his death in 1994 at the age of 82, and gave birth to his son Kim Jong-il in 1941. Mr. Kim Jong-il succeeded his father until his death at the age of 69 in 2011. That's why Kim Jong-un, the youngest son, took over his father's leadership. He has done something that no predecessor could do. I will reveal what it is in the middle of the video. Kim Jong-il's younger sister is still a powerful person, even though her husband was executed for treason. As for Kim Jong-un's younger sister, Mrs. Kim Yo-jong, a high-ranking official in the Korean Workers' Party, holding high power after her brother. There were rumors that she would be the successor when Kim Jong-un had health problems. Kim Jong-un's daughter is also called by the media as the Great Leader and General of the Morning Star. The special thing is that the Constitution of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea stipulates that Kim Il-sung is the eternal president of the republic. No one can take this position, and Kim Jong-il becomes the respected leader. If you pay attention, you will see that North Korean media calls Kim Jong-un his successor instead of the supreme leader. That is a sign that the policies of Kim Jong-un's father and grandfather will be continued. Mr. Lee Young-uk was the bodyguard of the late North Korean leader Kim Kong-il, said that the 10 years he spent with Kim Jong-il were a terrible time for him. Lee described how Kim Jong-il can reward someone with gold when he is happy, but can also give someone a death sentence when he is unhappy. Upon even closer inspection, you see the Kim family's hereditary bodyguard, always dressed in a suit and with his trademark striped tie while protecting Kim Jong-il, and later people as Kim Jong-un. In addition, North Korean leaders also recruited female bodyguards willing to sacrifice their lives to protect Mr. Kim. While attending a New Year's performance, Kim Jong-un and his wife appeared. Behind them are 2 young female bodyguards wearing black suits and their hair neatly clipped. During the period from February 2009 to August 2009, Mr. Kim Jong-un opened a selection process for 90 out of 200 girls aged 23 and under across the country to become members of his bodyguard team. So specifically, what secret does this family have that the whole country obeys and no one dares to do otherwise? Let's find out with Top 10 Mysteries in the next part. 2. The powerful Kim family and how the leader acquired it. From the moment he came to power, Kim Il-sung developed a type of cult of personality that led to the absolute rule of the Kim family. All major publications, such as newspapers and textbooks, include instructions from Kim Il-sung. Additionally, his name must be written in 1 line, not divided into 2 parts if there is a page break. Hwang Jang-yop, who defected from North Korea, said that in 1956, some North Korean students studying in the Soviet Union began criticizing Kim Il-sung and ended up being interrogated when they returned home. Intensive interrogation lasted for many months, suspected to have been killed in secret. North Korean children are taught in school that they are fed, clothed, and nurtured in every way by the grace of the president. They must memorize everything about history, about the great leader. From the age of 3, children are taught about where Kim Il-sung was born, where he lived, what he did, etc. Everything is repeated like that until it is engraved in their minds. Larger elementary schools in the country have a room dedicated to lectures related to Kim Il-sung called the Kim Il-sung Research Institute. These rooms are built with high-quality materials, have a model of his birthplace in Mangyongdae, Gaisok, and the size of the president's images are scaled based on the size of the building in which they hang. Going back to the past, in 1967, Kim Jong-il was appointed to the State Propaganda and Information Department, which was also when the title Suryong, Great Leader, became popular. In 1975, he was called the center of the party. Kim Jong-un's successor followed in the footsteps of his grandfather and father, reforming the party and military structures and accelerating the building of nuclear and missile capabilities. Since school, the children have experienced military-themed toys, such as MiG fighter jet replicas, some dressed as military officers, while others played with giant electric trains. In 2013, the Korean Workers' Party revised the 10 principles to establish a monolithic ideological system, serves as the country's main legal authority and framework requiring absolute obedience to leadership, demanding complete loyalty and submission to the Kim family. Everyone saw North Korea being established as a dictatorship over successive generations. North Korea's 1972 constitution incorporates Kim Il-sung's ideas as the sole guiding principles of the state, and his activities as the sole cultural heritage of the people. Alright, do you wonder what the ending will be for those who dare to oppose the Kim family? Even if they are relatives, they will have the same fate. Three. The ending, when the danger of affecting the throne arises. In fact, no one dares to oppose the Kim family. Even the leader's wife or children are respected unconditionally. Obviously, the threat of competing for position is also 0%. As soon as Kim Jong-un came to power in 2011, unofficial sources said that the North Korean leader purged many high-ranking officials, even relatives, for reasons related to competition power. The proof is that Kim Jong-un's uncle, Jang Song-taek, who once held the second most powerful position in North Korea and was a powerful assistant to his nephew, was executed in 2013 on charges of being a traitor and committed a series of heinous crimes. Meanwhile, his half-brother, Kim Jong-nam, died in a mysterious assassination with VX nerve agent at Kuala Lumpur International Airport in Malaysia, and the perpetrator or crime motive is still unknown. Everyone suspects that Kim Jong-un is the person behind it. Nikkei Asian Review magazine cited 3 sources as saying that in August 2012, Mr. Jang Song-taek met with then Chinese President Hu Jintao and proposed a plot to overthrow Mr. Kim Jong-un and then put Kim Jong-nam in power. Everything was reported to Mr. Un, and then Mr. Jang was killed. Although Mr. Kim Jong-nam was considered to have no intention of seizing power, however, as a son, the oldest son in the family that has led North Korea since the founding of the country, he is considered a risk, plus publicly expressed his opposition to the Kim family's policy. Moreover, Jang is not human only, but also 7 other people were executed, including 2 high-ranking officials in the Korean Workers' Party, 2 government members, 2 army generals, and a factory manager. All 8 people were killed at the same time photo at a military base in the capital Pyongyang in the presence of other high-ranking officials. This is a move to confront those who have a strong ideology of opposing the leadership, which will have the same tragic outcome. So is the ending for the leader's lover better than winning the throne? The following content will give you the answer. 4. The tragedy of Kim Jong-un's former love. Few people know that Mr. Kim Jong-un, before marrying Ms. Ri Sol-ju, had 2 love affairs with 2 North Korean female singers that ended tragically. The first person is Ms. Seo Eun-hyang, a singer in the Yeonhasu Symphony Orchestra, an orchestra that only plays at the request of the late North Korean leader Kim Jong-il. Seo was considered the third party in the love affair, despite having a successful singing career and being famous for participating in many films about patriotism. Mr. Kim even planned to marry Seo Eun-hyang until close advisors suggested he choose. In August 2013, according to The Telegraph, Ms. Seo passed away suddenly without anyone knowing the cause. Many sources believe that Seo was executed along with many of his orchestra colleagues, but so far, there has been no confirmation. Before falling in love with Ms. Seo in 2003, Mr. Kim also had a deep love affair with beautiful singer Hyeon Song-wol, also a member of the Yeonhasu Orchestra. This love affair was also opposed by the late President Kim Jong-il, and Mr. Kim agreed to his father's wish to end this relationship. However, there are many rumors that Mr. Kim and his lover still secretly dated after that. The life tragedy of female singer Hyeon Song-wol actually happened on August 20th, 2013. South Korea's Chosul Ilbo newspaper reported that Ms. Hyeon and 12 other artists from the Yeonhasu band and the Wangjaesun band were publicly executed for producing and selling pornographic tapes. violating North Korea's anti-pornography law. The special thing is that Ms. Ri Sol-ju was also a member of the Unhasu band. Many questions have been raised about whether Ms. Ri had a hand in the execution or whether it was a power struggle in the harem of North Korea. Five, the worship of the leader's figure anytime, anywhere. Portraits of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il hang everywhere. From train stations, hospitals, schools, or factories to the living rooms of apartments, statues are hung in very high positions so that no one can stand higher than the two leaders, and at night the statues will be lit. A Korean journalist visiting the monument asked how many tons the statue weighed, and a teenager replied that it weighed as much as the entire affection of the North Korean people for their leader combined. That's why all houses from rural to urban areas hang pictures of the two leaders in the most solemn position of the house, where Asians often place altars to worship Buddha and ancestors. All photos must be carefully cleaned with a special chemical. Anyone in North Korea who lets a photo of the leader gather dust will get into trouble. In addition, they are only allowed to visit the leader with bouquets and flower baskets, and are absolutely forbidden to visit with wreaths because of the belief that this object can only be for the dead, while the people all consider the two leaders, Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, are still alive in my heart. One thing that visitors will definitely see when coming to North Korea is the badges with their pictures printed on them that must always be worn on the left chest closest to the heart whenever they leave home. From teachers, soldiers, all flight attendants wear it, and it is given to all citizens 12 years of age and older. Furthermore, at many places there are concrete plaques recording the date of February when the leader visited. Even a portrait of Kim Jong-un was hung up in November 2018 outside Pyongyang Airport. Another little-known thing is that the Kim family is often described as the Pektu mountain lineage, because it was the place where the armed resistance against Japan led by the late chairman Kim Il-sung took place, and where Kim Jong-il was born, although Russian documents indicate that he was born in the former Soviet Union. That's why North Korea uses this mountain as a means to build devotion for 3 generations of leaders. One thing that other countries don't have is the following limited edition television channel. Six, unique TV channel with strange content. Maybe you don't know, but in North Korea there is only one main channel on TV, Korean Central Television, KCTV. News reports often begin by praising leader Kim Jong-un, while emphasizing how foreign countries pay homage to North Korea's great leader. Or the phrase, "Let's fight against imperialism. Great socialism has enlightened our country." Those are the usual words weighing milk cartons seen on North Korean television. It also says that renewable energy plants have lit up Pyongyang's beautiful sky, or that a North Korean pedagogical school has trained future generations of teachers with modern facilities. Sometimes it switches to content criticizing other countries. For example, KCTV often attacks America for 6 minutes a week. It criticized the former president of South Korea as a traitor and evil person, and repeatedly called US President Donald Trump a deranged and aggressive person. You won't find any praise for foreign countries, but only negative things happening around the world like wars, corrupt government officials, or epidemics. If there is less toxicity, there will be a few domestic films. However, North Korea's filmmaking technology makes reporters from other countries feel like they are returning to the 1980s. Not to mention the TV channel only broadcasts 7 hours a day due to lack of electricity and facilities. Not only are TV channels limited, but so are the hosts. Ms. Ri Chun-hee seems to be one of the only broadcasters with the longest career in North Korea. At the age of 70, she is still on air, while others appear but are insignificant. 7. North Korea's biggest holiday held for two-person. If you don't know, the birthdays of Kim Jong-il and Kim Il-sung are celebrated very solemnly every year. No year is missed. And in North Korea, people cannot forget the birthdays of the two leaders. The late leader Kim Jong-il was born on February 16th, and since 2012, his birthday has been called Kwangmin-tin Day, meaning bright star, and Kim Il-sung's birthday is February 15th. 4 named the Day of the Sun. Both are the biggest national holidays in North Korea, attended by high-ranking officials and visiting people. There are also separate symbolic flowers, the red begonia called Kim Jong-gilia, and the Kim Il-sungia orchid. You heard that you know which flower represents who, right? On this day, there will be parades, fireworks, art performances, singing, swimming, ribbon festivals, and sculpture performances. At the same time, it is an opportunity to show off North Korea's military power to other countries. People did not even show any fear when there was about to be a missile war with the US, but still calmly placed bouquets of flowers at the foot of the leader's statue. One point that no other country has is that on this holiday, people cry bitterly, beat their chests, and some even faint because of mourning for their deceased leader. However, according to a source, those who do not participate in the National Mourning Day, or do not cry or show sincere condolences, will be punished with 6 months of forced labor. A group of gardeners were also sentenced to a labor camp for not making flowers bloom before Kim Jong-il's birthday. All this is aimed at deterring people to always look to the leader. Everyone knows that North Korea hates America, but their biggest goal in the last part will probably make you the hardest to believe. 8. The biggest goal of 3 generations of North Korean leaders. Kim Jong-un is afraid of Putin or Donald Trump, which is something that articles often make fun of about this country's leader. But you don't know the goal. The biggest dream of the 3 leaders is a meeting with a sitting US president. For North Korea, a country technically still at war with the United States, the fact that their leader can sit at the negotiating table with the US president is a momentous event. It helps build North Korea into a legitimate country in the international arena, no longer isolated and subject to a series of heavy sanctions. Previously, former President Jimmy Carter met Mr. Kim Il-sung in 1994, and former President Bill Clinton met Mr. Kim Jong-il in 2009. However, both meetings took place when US presidents had left term. In 2000, leader Kim Jong-il came very close to his goal of meeting former President Clinton when Clinton was still in office. However, this event was eventually canceled after the Bill Clinton administration deemed North Korea not really trustworthy. Finally, the 3rd generation of Kim Jong-un, successfully met and shook hands with the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump, in the Inter-Korean Demilitarized Zone, DMZ, on June 30th, 2019. The power of the Kim Dynasty is over for now. If there's anything left, I'll continue making the next video. Thank you for watching. Please give Top 10 Mysteries 1 like and 1 subscribe. See you in the next videos.